welcome back to Mother's Day on Studio Chatter, and you can see our table is full. Welcome our moms to the chatter. Yay, welcome moms.
Welcome.
Okay.
This is going to be fun.
Yes, it's going to be so much fun. Yes. And actually, Stacey, let's start on your end and introducing your lovely mother.
This is my lovely mother, Beverly Lowe.
Welcome,
this
Beverly.
Is my lovely mom, Ikosia.
And this is my lovely mother, Lorraine Brown. Thanks for joining us.
So how was it so far?
Traumatizing.
So I think it's interesting that they've all said they wonder how we can be so chatty and they're so quiet.
Yes.
She's not quiet. Is your mom quiet?
I don't think so.
Well, we thought we were quiet until we got together. And
we are so opposite. She's,
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're quiet. I was like,
I'm really quiet, right? Yeah. And then some people always say, really? It's like, really, your mum? What happened? Well, people just go, what happened? What did you do to her?
Maybe she's traumatized.
Sorry, ladies. So we have a gift for you. You can fight over what flower arrangements you want. So
that's fantastic.
I'll hand that to you.
Okay.
Each one, it's a matching arrangement.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to go back behind the camera.
Like
Thank you. That's a very lovely gesture.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Yes,
and then we can
my
pin
mom
it on.
is the pink lady. Yes.
Pretty.
Go. Thank you, Travis.
Thank you.
Oh,
look
okay.
at that.
We're putting them. We're putting them on
Let's
our
put it
mouth.
on you.
Okay. Well, I think
Right over there.
I think that then while we're getting these pinned on.
Do we have to pin these on?
Probably not our forte. We need to get the wrist corsages, huh?
Oh, look.
Okay. I'll try not to stick you. Yes. I don't know.
Stick it.
I don't know if I'm able to do this from the chair.
Like that. Kind of.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have to do it on this side, Mom.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, kitty. Not the best
pins. Wow.
pinning those on there. Okay.
Okay, it's going to poke into your chest all through the rest
Do I
of
have to pin yours on?
I don't know.
Sure.
But I think we can maybe even save it. How do we do? Okay for now.
I haven't done this since '89.
Oh, yeah? Why did you do it? Oh,
At prom in '89.
Wow, see? I'm not that old.
Okay. I'll give you a pass.
For yourself, you mean?
Okay, but I'm gonna pin.
for your kids.
We'll wait. We'll give that one a break. I'll let you take a pass until our break. We'll get some of the chat starting here. So ladies, yes, we're back. Let's get some talk rolling here. What are some of the most important things that you've learned from your mom? What have you carried over into what have you carried into life?
Holy cow, I want to start knowing just how much hard work that is. What a pain in the rear I was, and seeing my son be that person, Well, I can see a lot of me in him, where you're just defiant, you're going to be stubborn, I'm going to do it my way. And I'm like, no, you're going to do it my way. We're having this fight. Yes. And I know I was like that to my mom. And now I think we get on more because I really understand where she was coming from, right, Mom?
Yeah.
Hey, you were listening to me, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question for Offa's mom when we get to that point.
Okay.
So for me, I learned, I think, hard work from my mom.
Yeah, that too.
She's one of the hardest workers I've known. And even today, I think she could outwork any generation. This generation knows how to work hard, and I think our younger generation can learn a lot from that. So
Yeah.
She's a very hard worker.
Oh, what are you going to say?
I think sacrifice. I mean, I think until you have your own children, I just don't think you really know how much sacrifice there is until you are trying to bring up your own. I remember the hours that you and I spent in a car. I mean, I grew up in a very small town, so there wasn't a lot of opportunity for some of the lessons that you wanted to provide for me. So we spent hours in a freeway on a car, but didn't want to miss out on things that were going on in the classroom either. So I remember changing into ballet clothes and carrying my violin case, back and forth on the freeway. But I mean, literally going back and forth over the car seat, changing my clothes, but practicing spelling words at the same time, and going up and down those lists and writing that and rolling my eyes at the same time, like, I don't want to do this, but it is truly that sacrifice. And I giggle now and I'm like, oh, I'm a tiger mom, but she was kind of a tiger mom too.
It's funny when you say in the car, because I have so many memories in the car with my mom. Like, life lessons can be in the car. And I think as a mom now, that's hard when your kids turn 16 and get their license, because that time in the car is kind of precious, and it goes away because they're out on their own, and so you kind of lose that time.
Well, I think all moms, you spend so much time even chauffeuring.
Yes.
Because you just drive. Everything is going to lessons, like the extracurricular lessons, and it's
school for
and
us.
school.
That's a lot of driving.
Right. So whether it's going to school, whether it's to soccer, whether it's to dance, whatever it is, and I think probably, I don't know if it was different for our generation or different cars, or I remember. For a Monte Carlo, I remember our big blue Monte Carlo, and I know now, with seatbelt rules and different things like that. It certainly doesn't happen now, and I can't even believe that I'm confessing this, but I think I was probably a booger picker. I don't know. I remember hiding behind the car seat there, or even rolling up in the car window and sunning. Do you remember laying out in the back of a car where you could lay out in the whole back seat of a window?
I've heard that.
Yeah, or even in my grandparents' car, or you could even ride around in the back of a pickup truck. Or just,
that was fun.
You know how times have just changed, but we were even kind of laughing. I was a procrastinator. I can admit to that too. A last-minute craft project, and we used to have to plug in our old Oldsmobile car because it was a diesel. Why did I have to plug it in?
Yeah, because it was a diesel.
And
something
So it had to be warmed or something. And
we can't ask these guys why you have to plug a car in.
Sorry. So I think I confessed at the last minute, I had forgotten some, Mom, I have something due. I'm sorry. And so she's like, oh. So we were racing up the road, and the car had been plugged in, and we were halfway up the road, and the hood of the car flies up because it had been plugged in.
And you didn't shut it.
And the cord was just going.
And there goes our flower.
I wasn't a good pinner. Sorry. Anyway, and I can totally see my kids doing that now. Anyway.
Well, moms, I want to ask moms, what did you learn from your moms?
From my mom?
Yeah. Good or bad?
She just would clean up after everything. She was just very, very clean. Even after dinner, she would sweep the floor, wash the whole stove, and just was pretty organized. I came from a very, very big family, so.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yes.
How many kids?
14. 14.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And she kept the house clean?
Oh, very.
I even remember that.
And to this
impressive.
day, I get on my hands and knees and I mop my floor. I cannot stand unless I get everything I do. It's not clean till I get on my
Hard
hands.
workers.
Yeah.
So on the other hand, I think I learned how to be clean because my mother didn't like to clean. And so she would, if I had friends over or whatever, I would do the cleaning, because, hey, you got company coming over, you clean the house. I don't care if it's clear. So I guess kind of in spite of my mother, I kind of became the opposite.
So I think that happens sometimes.
I think so too.
What did you learn from
My mother was the same, cleaning. So it became a habit. She would never leave anything in the sink. It has to be clean. So I do that all the time, and my children are having a bit of.
So Apple leaves things in the sink.
All right.
I want to ask you though, how was it raising Aqua? How was it raising Aqua?
First one, it was hard.
It was hard.
I give her nightmares still, I'm sure.
Was she your most difficult child?
The one that she did, I still remember. We went shopping, and she wanted chips.
And she wanted shoes?
Chips.
Oh, chips.
It's like,
potato chips?
like potato chips.
I didn't
Yeah.
like it because of the oil.
Back then she was
And
still
then
healthy.
Earlier, she was missing. I couldn't find her.
Oh.
And every mother was looking for their child too.
And I was how old? How old was I?
3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
She took all of them to the basement they were playing.
I found a basement in the store and took all these other kids downstairs somewhere.
So eventually we found them.
Oh.
And then she decided she wanted chips. And she couldn't get it. So busy shopping. And we have paid and we've gone about a mile. And I saw her going like this with chips in her hand.
Oh.
Did you pay for it? No.
She's a thief.
Klepto.
We have to go all the way back to the shop to pay for it.
Oh.
That was not nice.
Maybe that was a good thing, a learning lesson for her.
Apart from that, she had a soft heart. Yeah, even in high school, she had so many friends.
Oh, I bet. I don't doubt that.
Needed, this sort of thing.
Oh, that's
She
fun.
wasn't a bad child.
She wasn't bad. She was just busy.
Yeah, busy herself. Yeah, she can't stop and still busy.
Yeah, she's busy. Yep.
And Stacey seems like a natural born leader. How was it raising Stacey?
Oh, well, she was my firstborn.
Okay. Oh, well, there
And
you
then
go. That
3
makes
brothers.
sense. Okay.
And yes, she was a natural born leader. She told them what to do, when to do it.
Yeah.
She would get all the kids in the neighborhood and plan plays and make her brothers take part in it. And if they didn't do every scene just right, no, we have to start over. You didn't do it the way I told you how to do it.
I was bossy.
Yeah, she was a little bossy.
But I was your favorite daughter, huh?
Yeah, she's my favorite daughter.
I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she was kind of a born leader. Has tons of friends. Can't go
does.
anywhere that she doesn't see someone she knows.
This is true.
That's right.
What about raising Natasha?
Oh, she was wonderful. She was, for being an only child, she was very, precocious. I had a man hanging in curtains in my house one time, and he looked around. He says, "Is that her talking?" But yeah, she was really a good little girl when you only have one. But what surprised me the most was we lived on a farm without neighbors, and from day one, it was like, "Bye, Mom." I sent her to preschool. She was never a clinger. I mean, I knew she loved me, but she's always been a people person.
Right.
Always.
Yeah.
So,
And she talks about the farm and how many lessons she learned growing up
yes.
on a farm.
Well, being an only child, they are spoiled materialistically, but she had jobs. Her dad worked out of town, and she's on the coldest day of the year had to go feed for her dad and in the snow.
Yeah,
and
she had responsibility.
yes,
And therefore she's very responsible now.
very,
Yeah.
yes, almost too much. Now she tells us the roles have reversed.
Sometimes. Maybe that's a fault. I don't know. Well, what do you think? I think most of that's true. Mostly correct.
Oh yes.
I think we're spot on. So what about physical attributes? What would you say? What have you taken on, do you think, most like your mom? Like, what do people say? Like, you look like your mom in this regard, or...
We've always been told we look alike.
Yeah.
So Just
Yeah.
physical appearance, I guess. Is
Okay.
that what you're asking, no?
Yeah, I mean, so it's funny. Like people will, sometimes people will say like we have the same person like does our nails, and she's like, you
yes.
guys have the same hands.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or no, or people will say like, I know that I have my dad's toes. Or it's just funny like what people will notice sometimes. Because I mean, we obviously look very much alike, and we even have the same habits.
I think we do, yes. And we have the same taste in food and clothes, and but not when it comes to the house.
Oh yes. So what about your houses? Are they similar tastes?
Similar, yeah.
Similar in our houses. I don't think we have the same taste necessarily in clothes.
Like I wouldn't buy it for me, but then she always looks lovely, and then she always tells me how nice I look. So I think we appreciate each other's style.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And she can buy me things and it's spot on, and I buy her things and she wears it. So, right?
I guess we're good that way.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say with fingers and toes and stuff like we always get told we look alike, and then her oldest daughter always gets told that she looks just like her, and so on. And then I look at her oldest son. So that must mean you look just like me too. But she does not have my fingers or my toes, but she looks like my face, I guess. But. Have different
What about you
physical
guys?
What about you two?
Eyes.
Oh, yes,
are kind
definitely.
of the same, aren't they? Because my dad has different eyes, and so my other sisters have them, don't they? But yeah, she always had nice shoes, but I'm a size 11, she's size 5.
I was gonna say you're very, very tall.
Yeah, very in that respect.
Yeah,
so
she's
people,
very petite.
Yeah, and so I think people do a double take, you know, they're not, you know. Right?
Yeah.
They're not exactly saying, oh, you guys look like twins. We don't, do we?
It's amazing.
So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But one thing that's really different is that she got married later, and so did I, and it was really interesting in that respect. We got married around about the same age.
Correct.
And I think, you know, when you get to know something that your mother did, I don't know. I was
There's
like,
that connection.
Yeah, I'm always like, well, she got married late, so I can have more fun and then get married late and still have my kids, right?
Right.
That's what we did wrong.
She got married young, and then I got married young.
Yeah. So that's what I think. Anyway.
All right. Well, it seems that the fun is just getting started. Stay with us.